forward. Push into the earth and pick it up. Good. Try it again. Push into the earth, pick it up. Very nice. So now let's try the second one. Pull your feet back. Only your ankles are crossed. Palms down. Same thing. You want to take it up from your core, your center, not from your arms. Your arms are just a nice frame. Push down through the hands. Lift from the lower belly. Good. Good. At first the feet don't come up. You still do the same work. Eventually they will. And so when I first started practicing this, I felt like a sack of potatoes. You know, like one of those big bags, you know, that just would not move. But every day I practice this, just 5 times.
So would you say, Diana, if I'm feeling too much pressure in my shoulders, that I'm putting too much on the strength in the arms and not enough in the
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good to sort of look at it from that perspective of where are you feeling it. You should be feeling some stuff here. And the other thing to think too is this is one of the places where we round our shoulders. I mean, there's a lot where we're trying to get out of that habit, like in Chitwari and do this. You know, and I'll say for me, it's been a long road because I naturally do this. You know, years of doing this. You know, but we want to open our chest up, and we will talk about that a little bit later if we have time and be really broad here. But in this asana, in this vinyasa, you must do this. So what you want to do is round your shoulders like a little bit of an egg to pull your lower belly up. So you can see even if you do that right here, if you kind of round and pull in, you can really get into that lower abdomen. You should feel the upper back sort of lift when you do that. It's like Baddha Konasana feet, where we lift our back. There's this rounding sensation. So when you press your hands down, you round into the shoulders and lift the lower belly. Yeah. Kind of round. So that combination of rounding and lift. Rounding and lift. Good. Okay. So then why don't you try to, if you can do the first part, just see if you can get a little momentum here going and put them together. And that's what we were working on last week, really. You can do that between Navasana. Good. Right, lovely. Good. And then maybe alternate. Like if you're in a class where you have time, do Tolasana, next one, go like this and do Lolasana. Do Tolasana, face back, and Lolasana. Well, that'll really wear us out. Employees to work for their lunch today. Do that 20 times. Okay. So there you have something to work on there as well. So then what comes next in the sequence after Navasana? Uttanapidasana. So this is the transition that a lot of people struggle with. And what I want to do for everyone in the room is break it down. So everyone should be able to do a vinyasa that makes sense for you, that's beautiful, that keeps you in your meditation. Because what I notice from my students is when this vinyasa is hard for them, they break their meditation because they're struggling with what to do. And I want to get you to a point where you have something very specific that you do. And when you master that, you can start to work on the next level or the next line of what you can do for it. But Bhujapidasana, is everyone familiar with Bhujapidasana? So you would look between the hands, bend the knees. Most of us just jump our feet in front. Later on we can practice jumping our feet and hovering. But I think for everyone in this room, this is a nice place to start. And what we kind of do is encourage you guys to get your chest back behind you. You sit down and cross your ankles. And then we come forward to the chin or to the head for 5 breaths. And then we come back up. And here's the transition we have to work on, right? We go into Utthitthana, and then Bakhasana, and then we jump it back. That's a hard transition. So what happens is people get stuck, and then they just kind of step it back, or jump it back. So the first thing we're going to do, I want to have everyone go through the progress. First thing we're going to do is work on jumping our feet in front of our hands. If you're newer to the practice, this is what's going to feel more comfortable at first. You're going to bend the knees, pull it all in, and jump your feet on the sides of the hands. going to walk your feet in front. Yep. Otherwise, you're going to look between the hands, bend the knees, pull it all in, and jump your feet in front of the hands. Then you're going to roll your shoulders under your knees, sit down. So this would be the way that we are coming out of the pose to cross your right foot over your left. But if not, some of you are going to be right here with both your feet on the floor. So the first thing we're going to do, and everyone's going to do this, kind of looks funny. It's going to extend the right leg, extend the left leg. Yeah? Easy. Yes. Good. Right one, left one. One of the keys, and this is going to help us later, you guys can do your wrist to rest. Counter pose, put your wrist on the floor, palms face up and press down from you here. Is where you have to shift your weight. So even when I'm here, I want to keep my weight forward. I don't want to come up too far this way, or I'll sit back. I want to keep my weight a bit forward, even as I extend. So one thing that helps, even if you can't cross your feet, if you just came out of the pose, just stop yourself and get your balance first. Keep your feet towards each other. Keep your weight forward and extend from that place. Try that one more.